Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Umbago, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac. Hello, Internet.
Good day. So last time we played the new featured Foundry mission, which definitely...
Pretty good.
Yeah, definitely surprised both of us. So we are going to go back into that pool, and we're going to look at some of the other missions of...
This AEI initiative
Yeah.
thing.
And I think we're going to start it off by doing another one by the same author. And I was thinking this Trident Part 1, which sounds...
Apparently allows floaters at one point, so
Yeah.
make sure yours is equipped.
That sounds interesting. So... okay.
It's kind of funny, we're rendezvousing with USS Discovery. Considering the upcoming series.
Yeah. Alright, so, do that. And... oh, I guess I'll pop us in right away.
Woohoo!
I hope I actually got the mission. I'd better...
I think you did.
I'd better double check before we carry on.
Go and do the mission. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would probably be good.
Because we don't... like, it doesn't normally, like, bounce us like that.
It's true.
Yes, the normal Foundry load times.
Mm-hmm.
So, not much in the way of Cryptic news over the last week, but Cryptic did announce some of the details for the upcoming summer event, including what the new ship will be. They didn't give the stats. All right, I seem to actually do have it.
Okay.
So the new ship is a Vorgon carrier, which actually looks pretty neat.
Yeah, the actual visual design is very appealing to me. I don't know about the stats yet, but we shall see probably in the next week.
Yeah. We should be seeing it it should be very early next week, because if I remember correctly, they said it begins on like the 8th or 9th, which means it starts right after Mirror Universe ends.
Mm-hmm.
Which that will be neat. Alright, while I'm here thinking, I still actually have a power board equipped, but let's just put my floater in there instead.
I have both. I don't unequip them. I'm always ready for summer. Hang on. What are you doing in turbo lift? Would you believe escaping? Commander Logan told me not to play with the injector assembly, and I did just that. I'm just going to pretend that Commander Logan has like 3-foot metal claws that he can pop out of his hands. I do like this little bits of dialogue of being able to talk to people.
Yeah, like he's...
This dude's
this
tall.
author... Yeah.
Ways of Voth.
Yeah, I do like how this author puts in like a lot of ambient flavor, yeah. On one hand, I like how they split between Fed and ROM as dialogue options here because they can't detect one way or another. But also
Yeah.
the Federation option is I'm finally being called to explore a strange new world. And it's like, well, I mean, actually, we kind of have by now, but they're not able to see what we've done.
Yeah.
And also, like all things considered, I think this mission is relatively old, so
Probably. I mean, at the latest, earliest post. Was that season 9? So when they did the Voth stuff?
Yeah, it was about that.
So we have to go talk to a doctor.
Seems to be over here. Alright, so this is at least written after the Iconian stuff.
Yeah, so not that old.
But then again, I guess it's an AEI mission. That seems to be relatively recent.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I like hearing Asenbaz's tattoo also.
He has a pretty nice bit of dialogue on his thoughts about the Voth as well.
Yeah. It's like the Voth are preposterous. I personally think evolved dinosaur people are fine.
Yeah. In a way, I do think it's kind of interesting how, given some of the other races in the galaxy, that the idea that the Voth are actually just like evolved dinosaurs is like, I find that to be kind of an interesting thought line instead of just thinking that they happen to develop independently.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you think about it, basically makes them the guys from the Super Mario Brothers movie. I finally switched out of the Vengeance.
Oh no.
I'll go back to it later. Well, I had this Tier 6 Intel Cruiser for some reason. So I'm like, I'll play with that for a while.
Yeah, I think that is a neat ship.
I like the Sovereign.
Yeah.
I like the Enterprise E's design, at least. I never actually used a Sovereign in this game.
I think you can reskin it to the Sovereign.
Probably.
But you might need to actually own one of the old. Actually, yeah. No, the Sovereign skin is the default. It's like one of the default
and that's just
tier
one of the
4s.
base tier 5 things.
Is it tier 4 or was it tier 5?
Might be tier 4.
I think it was tier 4.
No, it's tier 5. It was the one of the original free in-game ships.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because Tier 4 is the Defiant, the Galaxy, and the Voyager.
Yes.
For the free ones, at least. And then Tier 5 was the Sovereign, the Prometheus, and the... I want to see what was... I must say it was the Luna for the science one.
What was it? I have to look. I have to look it up.
It's been so long since I used any of those.
Yeah.
Did I overshoot the gateway? I overshot the gateway.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Oops.
Also, I was over here talking to a person from the collective.
Oh.
Okay, so how does it want us to handle this? Like,
just get close to this.
Okay. Like, you could just fly around and talk to a whole bunch of other ships.
Yeah.
I'll just lodge myself in to this structure.
Warp through it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Sure. That's fine. What was I thinking before?
The ships, the Tier 5, original free Tier 5 science ship. I want to say it was Luna, but I could be wrong.
It might have been. You might be right. Because because then after those is when they put out the T5 Galaxy, the T5 Intrepid, and the T5 Defiant.
Yeah.
As like the first, like not necessarily, well, they were premium ships, and I think you could have bought them, but they had a method to get them for free. But they were in a weird state where they weren't necessarily like statted in the same way as the C-Store ships tended to be at the time.
Because that was back when the game had a subscription, like mandatory, right?
So like those ships were kind of weird because they ended up being like kind of a halfway between the free ships you were getting for leveling up and the ships that you could buy. So as a result, like they were they were just awkward, but they were good. I liked them. As much as I really want to like the T5 Intrepid, though, like its unique thing was real bad.
That armor stuff.
Yeah, because like first off,
Voyager finale.
Yeah, like first off, like it's real bad that is bad because I like the ablative armor generator a lot. Like that is a really cool effect, and also like if you use it in Star Trek Online, it looks awesome. It actually like. And at some point, they actually updated the effect so that it looks a lot more like it does in the show, but it actually does the scaling on, and it looks real cool.
Probably when they redid the Voyager model.
Yeah, I think it was around the same time. The problem, though, is that it deactivates all your beam weapons.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, like, why?
I mean, I'm sure you can build for that.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that even if you... Oh no, enemies! The main problem is that even if you build around that idea, you still have a problem where the way almost all physical damage weapons work, or at least like the way they did then, like a little bit better now, but then it was. There are there are shared cooldowns between firing torpedoes, and like that was basically all of your physical damage. You could have used some torpedoes, not torpedoes. You could use some mines to fill out your rear slots. But the fact of the matter is, if you were building around using the ablative generator like all the time, you were designing your ship to use pretty much only torpedoes, and you couldn't just fire torpedoes constantly like you can with your energy weapons. So it was absolutely it was a significant effectiveness loss just to get a little bit more tanky. It was just not worth it.
And usually, like, since it's a science vessel, so it's got a bunch of science slots, you can do.
Yeah, you probably could
science stuff.
Yeah, you probably could also build it to be an exotic, like an exotic attack ship.
Especially since if you're not using beam weapons, you can just tank your weapon power levels.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But it does seem like a very niche type thing. Like if you ask him, the doctor, for advice, says don't eat or drink anything without giving a scan.
Yeah.
That is good advice to anybody out there.
And don't agree to anything if there's a gap in translation. Oh, sadly, I couldn't then decide to talk to the Voth and see what they thought.
Yeah, I know. It seemed weird. You had to pick one or the other.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I wonder if that was intentional.
Yeah, probably.
Just remember, everybody, don't eat or drink anything without thoroughly scanning it.
Absolutely.
This includes anything you get from McDonald's.
As part of the updated, as part of this year's summer event, they are adding a new event from the looks of things, and it seems to be like some kind of biathlon type thing.
It mentioned using both the floaters and the hoverboards.
Yeah. I don't think they've given a lot of details on what it is, and we'll probably see another blog post about it this upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll at least show it off. From the looks of things, it will probably be next week's video.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh, no.
Except he's twitching still, so maybe he's not dead. Oh, he's been dead 2 days and the body's still twitching. Should we stake him in the heart just to be sure? He could be a vampire.
Yeah, you probably should. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Burke. I want to give you a floater. In fact, can I actually?
Jetpacks!
Floaters! And your crew will just sort of
along the ground.
Trudge along behind you.
Let's go Iron Man this thing. Or the Rocketeer.
This is clearly not the way you're meant to be using these things. Your AI, like your bridge officers, are like, ah. There's some people here who seem to be...
Untranslated.
Scan for the scanner.
Am I checking under here? Which is not just an excuse to fly around on the jetpack. Ooh. Well, it's not up here. No, seriously, where are we supposed to be scanning?
Somewhere in this area?
Oh, there's another spot. Oh, no, that's the second settlement. Never mind. Yeah, somewhere in this area. Let's see. If I were a scanner, where would I be?
I talking to this thing over here, which is just basically communicating through shrugs.
It's pretty good. Just this weird giant brain thing. Do your limbs regenerate? That's tactically sensitive information.
Or you can eventually get this guy to describe what other people call him, and one of them are those crazy people.
It's pretty neat. Just like random interactions with weird aliens.
Yeah, this has
There's
been...
a rock down here.
It's
It is very, very open and just kind of exploration-y.
Yeah, like the one we did the other day.
Yeah.
So there are some little like containers around, and if you actually use your scanner, it does point you towards them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was something that Cryptic actually put in a little bit ago, where
Yeah, I remember that.
if you use the scanner, if you use the tricorder scan, not only will it point towards the nearest anomaly, but it will also point towards the nearest interactable.
Yeah.
So, alright, looks like it's... Oh, I think I see it. Here we go. Oh. Oh, hey! You can use your weapons while in the floater. and it just looks ridiculous. I don't know if you were able to see how
When
silly
I
I
use
looked.
mind, yeah, I saw you doing it. It's funny because when I use mind, I just fell to the ground.
All right, I must have like managed to like basically slide through the trigger, but like I was totally just running in the air, and that was pretty good.
I see teeth marks on your uniform. Good. That means you must have recovered the scanner. That species apparently doesn't say thank you. They just storm out less sulky. Also, I think this guy just offered to buy us drinks.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which means at the end of this, we get drunk. Get drunk as hell.
Wee.
Head toward the other settlement.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I just hovered up, started firing, and it
Oh, I see.
let me fly and shoot, and this looks ridiculous. What? Okay.
These Shreed guys are kind of jerks.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, now we can head to the second settlement.
Right over here. Actually, not very far at all.
Oh, oh.
They have a big population, over 55,000.
Yep. I mean, in one way, that is a big population, but yeah.
Hate to tell you this, buddy. We got a couple billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually wonder how many humans are alive at this point in Star Trek.
I imagine it is a lot.
Considering they could now, go to other planets.
Yeah, because they have colonies and yeah. Yes, I imagine it is multiple planets worth. Which actually is kind of interesting because I don't think they assume very many other races that you deal with are like that spread out. Like most of the other major races have like their system, and that's about it.
It's a thing in most fictional settings, to be honest, where humans are the ones who like spread out and colonize and seek to go beyond, their home system
Mm-hmm.
or homeland and like fantasy settings and stuff. And I'm sure there are, examples out there that kind of go against that, but I don't know. It's just it's a thing I've noticed with most, like especially most sci-fi things like Mass Effect and Star Trek and Babylon 5. I'm sure there's a bunch of sci-fi novels that do the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't tend to read a lot of those. This dude's got an eye patch. Did you just tell us to go see the guy who we already saw is dead?
Maybe.
It's her deal.
Here it is.
Where'd you go?
Oh, over here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, because she mentions,
fixing.
she mentions that, and it seems that there may be something nearby which is interfering.
So we need to go get them a new water chip so their get can work, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. By the way, yes, I do know that I just mixed up the plots of Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Looking for something.
Yeah, like it says to look for a cave or something.
Cave and a box of scraps.
Ooh.
I see red dots.
Yeah. The dude over here we can talk to.
Shreves over here we can shoot. But you know what I'm going to do? Rather than jetpack shoot them, Oh, no, they're too far away. Damn. Okay, I'll just shoot them from the air. They aren't a match for my rainbow lasers anyway. Also, just for the record, this game apparently considers these Feklari. Or Fek.
Huh.
Klingon evil ghosts.
Really?
Because I just got the achievement for killing 100 of them.
Interesting.
So it's weird. Sometimes it's showing me when with the jetpack, but sometimes it's just not. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
All right, sure.
It's kind of glitchy.
Oh, this must be that cave.
Oh, I totally didn't see that. I don't know. I was expecting something deeper.
Huh.
Yeah. I like how these objectives are like not on the list either, so you actually have to find them.
Yeah. Because it's just like super minor quests. It's really like you're just doing things to help out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now their water chip is fixed.
Oh yeah. So hey, we totally can go and have drinks or whatever if we wanted to.
Woo!
I mean, I at least selected just for you.
I like drinks.
Totally just fly around. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell there's definitely been like a lot of work put into this.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, there's the Screeve running around being jerks, but
Yeah, like,
you
it's
know.
but it's still a lot of interacting with new people and getting to understand how they operate, how they tick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just also interesting how there are so many different types here, which is kind of part of what the story they're setting out for this, where it seems to basically be some kind of weird crossroads.
Mm-hmm. It's also like there's, a lot of like world building stuff with these guys too, which I mean, honestly, you have a bunch of species here that could honestly just be in their own setting. They could be, the Vulcans and Klingons and et cetera, of their own sci-fi franchise.
Yeah, there's There is a lot of stuff with this that they could do more with if they wanted to.
I like how apparently I got drunk enough to start singing, and according to the Shreve guy, the important part is that it's now over. Did you talk to Pin?
Yeah.
How him and Burke are playing game, and then they realize they don't actually know the rules, so they just kind of make it up.
The Doctor and Escarosa conversing is also very amusing.
Yeah. Also, that is a gigantic fire.
Yeah. It's a neat effect, though.
Yeah. I love every time it's like it's implied to be a curse word, it's just untranslated.
Yeah. So on one hand, it said that it was to the south, but
It's pointing north.
It's pointing north.
Clearly, this map is just oriented.
It's just backwards. Yeah.
Yes. Also, we can't use our floaters anymore. Sad.
Oh. I mean, important stuff is going down, so
no more hijinks with
more
jetpacks.
Yeah, no more jetpack hijinks. Ah, explosions.
Hey, these guys don't look good.
Yeah. In fact, they look quite bad.
Just gotta wait for this one to wear off. There we go.
Like that is the unfortunate thing about the about that weapon. Like it's neat to have that effect, but like when it lasts as long as it does and you end up with only like just needing to stand around and wait, it's just kind of annoying. But it's all right. It is still a neat effect though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. These people are apparently tagged as Undyne.
I guess they just have to make them something.
Yeah. Well, we gotta head back to that gateway because those things are being pretty mean to other Screeve.
I guess we should help them.
Yeah, we should. Because, maybe they're not bad Screeve.
Yeah, maybe like eye patch dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
apparently can't run under that thing.
They got a neat
We
effect
have to
going
take the
on
bridge.
the gateway over here.
Honestly, these guys look like rejects from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, kinda.
Into the Fargate! I mean Stargate.
I mean, gateway.
I mean Iconian Gateway, yeah.
Did you get Pim offering to carry the loot back?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. For a cut.
I think he would get along well with Ferengi.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
They are our RPG party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got the Rogue, Cleric, Fighter, I guess. When you're done, come talk to Pim.
Okay. Oh, Pim. right. Yeah, so that's a neat bit of world building.
Yeah, like I said, this without the Star Trek connection, this could actually be its own like sci-fi fantasy-ish setting.
Yeah.
Like there's enough there with like, mysterious lost technology and stuff like that, and
Like
varying
there's
beliefs.
a lot of thought was put into how
Yeah.
the world worked,
Yeah.
and the way everyone interacts. Like, yeah, they could have made this be its own thing, and it's just very interesting that that it expands the Star Trek universe as a result. Oh, we can't float over, and the water's apparently badly infested.
Aw. See, it is an RPG. You never want to go in the water because
That's
there are
right.
horrible things that
I mean,
want
it's
to
also purple, so I mean, it's clearly
murder you.
poisoned.
That's true too. Purple or green water's bad.
Yeah.
That's what video games have taught me. Should we get a closer look at this thing or leave it alone?
Which?
Oh, you're back there. Never
sorry,
mind. No, it's fine. You saw something I didn't. I saw something you've yet to. Another reason it's an RPG, we're being attacked by giant spiders.
Yeah.
Well, large spiders. We'll have to wait a bit and see if there are, in fact, giant spiders. Also, I think Burke and Escarosa are totally going to hook up. What happens if I do go in the water? Nothing. Totally fine.
All right. Well,
Thing in, I don't think this game. Does this game have technology to make zones like cause damage unless aside from the fire?
I'm not sure.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I want to say yeah, but I guess I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Or they can attack.
They don't feel like talking.
No, they don't. What a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, they remind me of the bug lady from the last Mortal Kombat game. I forget her name.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a bee lady.
Yeah,
She had bees.
I'm aware of her, but like I don't follow MK that much.
You're saying you don't follow the rich, complex lore of Mortal Kombat,
I totally don't.
where movie stars punch out gods? Hmm. Oh.
This is a pretty neat designed area as well, really.
It looks like a horrid hellscape.
Yeah.
But, not like generic horrid fire hellscape. Kind of, poison hellscape.
Oh, there we go. The force field platform is
Invisible.
incredibly fine. Like you actually can see it, but it definitely doesn't look like it's there.
It's like Indiana Jones 3. When he steps off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's like, friend showed me that a while ago, but it's kind of burning. Kids, don't smash electrical panels with your fists.
Yeah. Even if you've got special gloves to take care of it.
Yeah. Unless you have superpowers, then it's okay. Well, superpowers that make you immune to being electrocuted or something. I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I have a fidget spinner.
Oh, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
Seems trendy.
Hmm.
It's good for loading screens, though.
Look for a large glowing button.
I wonder if the author hints are coming after, like, testing and people just missing stuff.
Maybe.
This doesn't look like a large glowing button.
Yeah, there's an point on the map that's sort of out of.
I think we have to find the button to get past that, because that looks like some kind of door. Oh, here's a large glowing thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to look for the field control console for another room.
Yeah. Everything.
There's a large glowing button thing.
Probably it. And what have we got over here? Alright. And turning off that console will probably activate the other console. Oh, yep. That area opened up.
Yep.
I want to check out over here. What have we got? Whoops. We'd better disarm that. Which is probably this console over here. There we go. Alright. That's all that talk. And then, oh, hey. That console that was over there moved up top here.
We will eventually find the right console. Maybe.
And we should be able to move
Just
into
go through
here.
there, I think. That's a thing in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the writing in this is real good.
Yeah, it is. These guys should like write an actual RPG. Like, go work for Obsidian or something. So we find out they already do. It's like, yeah, Chris Avellone actually secretly makes missions for Star Trek Online or something. Yeah. By the way, if Chris Avellone really did make this mission, I love your work. On the off chance you actually happen to listen to this Let's Play.
Oh. It seemed to have moved.
It did move a little, yes.
Oh, that could have gone better.
A little bit. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest, most of our stuff ends up like this.
Yeah, I guess.
It wouldn't be fun without ending in a gunfight and lots of dead bodies. Just a reminder, Starfleet promoted me to Fleet Admiral.
And Pym's over here just hammering away at this console.
Hey, that's worth a shot.
I, I mean, it worked outside.
Okay, so that's not working.
And I think we need to go over here. That's also a pretty neat effect for the gateway too. I mean, the parts he's using are maybe a little bit strange, but the whole thing works pretty well.
Yeah.
Long load times.
Also, totally called it. They totally hooked up.
Yeah.
Except,
And they got
one of them had to make
separated.
a sacrifice.
Yeah, separated right away.
Just like Pirates of the Caribbean. Or various other movies. Okay, it's saying avoid rushing headlong into battle. Indiscriminate fire will use may also get you into trouble. So
Shoot everything?
we're gonna fight, right?
Easy, let's get home. Hard, let's fight back?
I'm for fighting back, personally.
Sure.
Now I'm gonna run in and indiscriminately use fire at will.
Alright.
So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, it's probably not actually that many more enemies. Probably? Well, that's... Alright. That's a fair amount of frigates. But I guess they're probably just frigates, so... Yeah. This might have been... Also, I'm pretty sure, like, based on the ability that these enemies are using, that they are... they're probably statted as Vadwar.
Yeah.
So that's probably what...
They're using that mine explosion thing.
Yeah, they're using the super cannon scatter volley. So that's probably why they're giving... What is... I got some debuff. I almost had some debuff on. That's probably why they're giving a warning about just rushing in, because the super cannon scatter volley is actually really dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember especially when I was doing those missions, it was actually kind of tough.
Yeah. They're definitely reskinned, though, but it's... I'm actually getting a pretty good understanding of how the Foundry works with some of this stuff.
From doing this?
Yeah. I mean, it does make sense that you would have to, at a base, set your custom ships or races to be based on something.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you can then reskin it as you want.
Yeah, so far this ain't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I've kind of noticed about the co-op missions. Like, yeah, they scale enemy encounters based on the number of player ships, but It doesn't seem
Not that
to
much.
scale enough, yeah. Especially for like frigate groups where, like, all it's
They
really
go down
doing,
easy.
yeah, all it's really doing is it's adding more frigates, and they go down real easily. And as they go down, like the threat just plummets. Like they're not threatening in the slightest. I'm trying to remember what race uses these ships. It's like that's not a fully custom model. Like it's something.
No, because I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Not like you can customize player ships in a similar manner, but non-player ships, or more specifically ships that don't have modules like player ships, all you can do is at best like change the skin, like change the material. And like these are kind of looking like, I'm trying to remember, like, yeah, I'm trying to remember which race has this type, because I'm pretty sure they were available in a lockbox at one point.
Probably.
Oh well, I'm sure at some point I'll remember, or I'll look it up.
For all we know, the audience could know already, and we don't.
That's right.
Okay, we killed them all.
Alright, so we've made it back to the array. And let's head back.
Oh, after blowing up this one last group.
Yeah. Well, I think 3 more groups based on the mission objective.
These last 3 groups.
Oh, okay. No, this is one group that's split into 3
okay.
enemies.
That works.
Okay.
They're all going to die either way.
Yeah. All right, let's enter this gateway and get out of here, because we gotta get help.
Zoom out of here. As we wait for the loading screens.
Yeah. It doesn't quite feel like there's as much to talk about this time.
No, a lot of it was actually just the mission speaking for itself, kind of.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
I think we have to go straight.
Yeah. It's just there's that.
There is a door. Wait.
Right?
See shiny
Shiny,
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Romulan option for this one.
That was really cool.
That was really good. Yes, very very well written characters.
Yeah. Also, like, you can listen to Ereg and Pym sort of bicker a little bit as well. Man, like, listening to these two go on and also them being here makes me want them as bridge officers.
I mean, you could technically make them.
Yeah.
You just need to get two aliens, and then just kind of you'll get screenshots of these guys and mimic them because I'm sure you can make them. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if like the mission maker might have already done that, or somebody. Because that'd be cool. Yeah, no, that was a very cool mission.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually really neat. Alright, so, and like all Foundry missions, you gotta manually get out of here.
Yeah.
I think Cryptic should fix that. It's kind of been a while. Whatever. But yeah, that was really neat.
It just might be one of those things. It's like it's a small enough.
It might be a small enough thing, but
with.
it's like Cryptic is kind of hanging their hat a lot on the Foundry.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was really cool, and we're definitely going to see part 2 later. But
yes,
this episode has been going. We haven't had an episode quite this long.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah, we haven't had an episode quite this long in a while, so we're just going to call it here for now.
You could have watched half of Lord of the Rings in this time. By half of Peter Jackson movie.
Yes, pretty much. Based on the way things are going, I expect next week will probably be an episode on the summer event. But if it isn't, then we will come back and see Trident Part 2. So we hope to see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.